Honey, I just got orders! Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and today I'm going to talk about being a Geographical Bachelor. That's essentially when a military service member leaves their family and goes off on some assignment. For a lot of families, the implicit question is, under what circumstances is this a good idea, and what's the best way to approach it? Now, in this little video, I'm not going to be able to touch on every nuance and detail, never mind the fact that every family is different, but trust me, deciding to be a Geographical Bachelor is not a trivial decision. So most of what I'm going to share reflects the experience of myself and a couple battle buddies, and then the comment section will fill in with counterpoints. Let's get started with my wife's basic philosophical perspective on this. She says, the Army creates plenty of opportunities for you to be separated. Don't create your own. And that is really the nub of the issue. There's a wide range of different types of assignments that interfere with family life. Some are just obviously going to force family separations, like deployments or ships at sea. And at the same time, there's some assignments that are very supportive of family life, like a 3-year tour down at Huntsville, Alabama, or a PCS to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And so it's the middle ground that creates the real challenges where you've got to make this decision. And, well, at least from my wife's perspective, there's 3 factors that are at play. Number 1, obviously, the length of an assignment is going to be a key factor. A 1 or 2 month assignment, temporary duty, that's far more likely to result in geobatching it than a 2-year gig. Number 2, just how busy is the service member going to be? Are they going to be logging 18-hour days and working weekends? Are they going to be incommunicado, locked away in some secret bunker? Because that might not be the type of assignment to be dragging the family along to. But then again, if the service member is just going to be working in a regular old office setting around a bunch of local folks who are working normal hours, you might give some thought to how that unspent time is going to get filled. And number 3, just how disruptive would a move be to family members? If your kid's a star on the high school basketball team and in the middle of their senior year, you might be willing to do just about anything to keep them from having to move. But then again, under different circumstances, there's no kids in school and the spouse isn't working, well, then they might tag along just for a change of scenery. But so what? Well, I want you to be as successful as possible. And a major key to your success is your family's success. Having a happy, supportive, and rewarding family life, it just makes it easier to shoulder the burdens of defending the nation. And earlier, I asked the question of how best do you approach this question of geo-bachelorship? I'm going to suggest that the key is talking to your family long before the orders land in your email. Because here's the thing, if you're going to have a full and successful career, eventually this is going to happen to you. So it makes sense to talk about it sooner rather than later. With your spouse, you can be having this conversation right away. In fact, it makes a lot of sense to talk about this at the very beginning of your relationship. Some people like a little separation. Other people hate it, but finding that right balance, well, you're only going to find it by working together. As for your kids, well, at a certain point in their life, they don't get a vote. But as time passes, their wishes start to matter more and more. And look, I am not the world's greatest dad, but I kind of think that if you listen to your kids early on, even if you don't put much weight on their input, well, that can be useful. It can give you a sense of how you might have to recalibrate your decisions as they get older and your military assignments have a bigger impact on their lives. At the end of the day, this is just one of those tangled paths that we all have to walk as part of our military career. And if you want to see how the different states' high school graduation requirements can screw up your kids' progress, watch this video.